All women in the United States are impacted, but Black women are the most vulnerable and therefore dying at higher levels. December of 2019, Shawnee Benton Gibson, Shamani's mother, put out essentially a call to action on Instagram, inviting people to a celebration of Shamani's life. Paula saw that on Instagram and said, hey, I think we should reach out and try to film them. Shawnee actually picked up the phone. She talked with Paula. Paula told her about what we were trying to do, and she invited us in to film Aftershock, which was the life celebration. Amber Rose Isaac passed away in April of 2020, and Omari, when he heard about Amber's passing, reached out to Bruce McIntyre. He was there as a support system for him, told him we were working on the film, asked Bruce if he would be open to us talking to him, and we did, and that's how we ended up with everybody.
The way we started was really following our protagonists, following the stories of Shamani and Amber and their families, right? Shawnee, Omari, and Bruce. Through their stories, we kind of complement their stories with information. So that provided the backbone, and the information came secondary to that. We had a shared vision. We didn't want this to be a talking heads film, a survey film. This is a character-driven film. And the way we wanted to educate, for lack of a better word, was really through the lived experiences of our protagonists, the human-to-human connection, really going into Shamani and Amber's stories. That's the best part of filmmaking, is storytelling, and that's how you get people to pay attention, and then you slip in the statistics.
If you really deal with the most vulnerable, you deal with everyone. Talking about the maternal health crisis in the United States, I mean, all women in the United States are impacted by the fact that we don't have midwifery integrated into women's health care, right? But Black women are the most vulnerable and therefore dying at higher levels. So you tell the story of what's happening with Black women, and certainly the racism has an impact as well. But then you also get at the overall healthcare system in general that everybody is impacted by. We really had a shared vision about, and that was one of the wonderful things about our collaboration. From the first time that we sat down and started talking, I think we both understood how we wanted to tell this story. And we did not want it to be a doom and gloom story. We wanted to show that there are solutions to the problem. Dignified and safe birthing should be first and foremost. I think for me and for Paula, you know, we're hoping that there's a cultural shift in how we think about birth, right? I think often the first thing that comes to people's minds, first it's like, oh, I'm so excited for you. Oh, that's going to be really painful, you know? So instead of having the conversation about the pain of birthing all the time or the negative sides, that we really want people to come away feeling hopeful, excited, inspired, you know, moved by the film to action.
Through the filming of Felicia's birth specifically and her birth journey, we wanted to reclaim what birth looks like in film. It usually doesn't look like that. It's a woman screaming and ranting, and she's in a hospital, and it's like this horrible thing. And we really took our time to show a real process. It's a long scene, and we did that purposely. So we wanted to really show what it could be like. She's the hope and what every woman deserves. You know, we want birthing people, families, women to know that they have choices around birthing options. They can choose what kind of healthcare provider they want. Maybe they want a midwife, you know, maybe they want an OB. There's different birth settings that they can choose from. So people don't realize that there's other ways to do this. Every other industrialized country has choice, and their rates are far better than ours. And we have these horrible rates because they force everyone into a system. As Neil, Dr. Shah says in our film, OBs are trained surgeons. Labor and delivery floors are set up like ICUs. You know, 99% of pregnant people, you put them there, you're gonna see a lot of surgery. Pregnancy is not a one size fits all, so we hope to show choice. I really hope there's accountability within the medical system. Hospitals, administrators, insurance companies, providers, they need to provide human-centered care. I was pregnant myself through making this film, the first part of it, and then postpartum. Then it was a pandemic. My daughter was born in March of 2020. That time period was especially hard. I did speak to someone, a doula therapist once a week to decompress and really try to, I tried to separate the work from the personal life. But as Tonya said, it was a heavy time in the world. We're covering heavy subject matter, and I really just took strength from the team making the film with us, from the protagonists, from Omari, Shawnee, and Bruce. And when I, shifted that mindset of like despair, and shifted it towards, this film, like action and the impact the film can make, then it charged me up to focus on that part of this.
I hope people come away understanding that the U.S. maternal mortality crisis, how it's affecting Black women, is all part of the overall reproductive justice conversation. There really is an attack on women, and it's not just abortion rights, it's also birthing rights and birthing choices and options. So I hope people understand that this is all part of one conversation, and we have to care about our women, and that's how we care about our families, and that's how we care about our communities.